What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I realize that I have been away from the channel for quite some time now, and moving forward I will be posting more consistently and going back to the old schedule of posting every week. With that being said, thank you so much for subscribing to this channel, for all of the kind comments, and thank you for all of your suggestions. So without further ado, let's get into this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what it means to have your Venus in your partner's second house. When you have your Venus in your partner's second house, this does make for a pretty harmonious pairing in terms of both partners sharing very similar kind of values and having similar tastes and interests. They may share very similar views on fashion, art, and beauty and music. And with this mutual interest and mutual admiration coming from a similar place, they could find it very easy to be able to bond over these similar interests. When it comes to the Venus person is very supportive of the house person, and the Venus person is willing to do anything to be able to show support and be there for the house person. They are willing to shower the house person with a lot of gifts and a lot of compliments and overall a lot of affection and general spoiling for the house person. And this is because the Venus person is very infatuated, especially over the house person. And with this infatuated feeling that the Venus person feels towards the house person initially, this does develop over time and it grows into something much deeper and very strong feelings that they have for the house person. Because the second house is a very deep house as far as the feelings that two partners share for each other. And it's not a superficial kind of a commitment. It's a very deep kind of commitment, but with this house being ruled by Taurus, and Taurus being all about loyalty and being able to have that very strong commitment between two partners and taking their time, and with that being able to form a strong and very solid kind of a foundation that is on lockdown. It's not very easy to break. The second house being a house that shows worth and self-esteem and even self-value, the house person especially in this partnership does gain a confidence boost and a self-esteem boost through being in this partnership with the Venus person. They could even learn a lot about finances and wealth and being in a better standing when it comes to their relationship with finances from the Venus person, or simply how to direct their talents and their strengths towards a more beneficial financial standing. The Venus person encourages that more financially savvy side in the house person with that confidence that they have in them, and this motivates the house person to want to even develop these skills. And they could even get them to see different ways in which they could put those skills and their talents towards something more lucrative and placing overall more value on these. The Venus person really does like the house person's art and the house person's creativity, but with Venus is also very creative in this house, and both Venus and the house person have a kind of creativity that when put together they could really accomplish very big things, and it really complements each other. With that creativity, if they wanted to, they could even put that towards some kind of a business together, and it would be very profitable and do quite well with the Venus person and the house person. As far as prosperity and wealth generation, together there just is a lot of innovation and positivity. The second house also governs the throat and also resources, as in addition to self-esteem. And being able to build something that's very dependable and also very secure is very possible with the partners who share this synastry overlay. And when it comes to abundance and how much one can bring into their life, it really does have a lot to do with self-value and even being able to speak up for oneself. And so with Venus coming in here and Venus bringing in that supportive energy and also that appreciation and admiration, this does lend itself to the kind of overall consciousness that activates that energy and that abundance. And so this does make for a pretty rich kind of a pairing, both literally and even figuratively speaking. The Venus person is providing what is seen or felt as a sense of security to the house person, and the house person has a desire to be able to maintain that security. Both of the partners can be very possessive when it comes to each other, and they have a very loyal kind of a connection, and they're very loyal towards each other. The house person especially is very protective over the Venus person. The commitment between the house person and the Venus person can feel very intense, and it can even get to a point of feeling overwhelming with this synastry overlay. However, it is both partners that benefit from this relationship and the synastry overlay, and they have this mutual understanding that does allow for them to be able to help each other in one way or another. It's like they have the same aspirations and vision for a desired lifestyle, and they help each other in getting to that end goal. But when it comes to the more negative side, or if there are negative aspects being made to Venus with the synastry overlay, there could be an expectation of some kind of a return on investment from the Venus person. With the second house and the second house ruling possessions and resources, Venus coming into a person's second house with some negative aspects being made can mean that they look at the house person as somewhat of a possession, and the house person can be made to feel as if they are owned by the Venus person, and the Venus person could put a price on what they give to the house person. Like, for example, the Venus person wanting a share in whatever the house person gains in this partnership, or generally making the house person feel used in this connection. Or it could be the house person, and if negatively aspected, the house person could be very demanding when it comes to the Venus person, and they could even come across as being somewhat entitled, maybe taking the Venus person for granted and take for granted what the Venus person does give to them. Resentment can also be built from both of the partners towards each other. Materialism can be quite a big theme when it comes to this overlay and this relationship between these two partners. And gifts can be a love language when it comes to this relationship. There is a high value placed on security and freedom with this connection in a very practical sense of the word, like financial freedom. And at the same time, there's also quite a lot of power and a lot of potential for the partners to be able to build towards that shared goal, that vision, that lifestyle that they both desire to have in common together. On the positive, this synastry overlay does show that both of the partners can acquire quite a lot of prosperity and wealth and success as a result of this pairing and what they build together, be it a healthy relationship, a house, a home, a family, a business. There is much prosperity to be gained here. Well, that does it for this video on having your Venus in your partner's second house. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to give this video a like, a share, a subscribe to the channel. Well, that is where I love and leave you. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.